Hello, this is a 2013 Murano, and we are going to change spark plugs today. I'm already a little bit into it, so I wanted to show you what I have taken off so far. I've taken off the air filter housing, the engine cover, and the front air intake. And these all sit in this area here and go back to your air filter and then to your throttle body. The front 6 spark plugs, of course, are very easy to get at. They sit right in the front of the engine. There's your coils above your spark plugs. Those have already been changed. And I took out a Denso plug, and I am replacing it with a NGK Iridium spark plug. It was a little bit of a challenge to get the intake manifold off. That's why I decided to do this video, because the deeper I got into the job, the more stuff that had to come off to get to the back 6 spark plugs. I have removed the brake master cylinder reservoir, which sits up here like so. I've moved that off to the side. I've taken loose all of your vacuum controls and your vacuum pipe assembly from the front of the intake manifold. I've disconnected a few vacuum lines that go to vacuum controls on the intake manifold. I have disconnected the, let me see if I can get a better shot of this. I've disconnected the vacuum brake booster line from your brake booster, which sits all the way in the back, and unclipped it from the lines on the firewall. And the hidden bolts to get this intake manifold off, I'm going to show to you as soon as I lift this off. So bear with me, and I'm going to try to get you a picture of the intake manifold bolts that are really easy to get at, which are here and here. Here you have another one here, and then another nut on the end. You have 2 nuts, one here and one here. They all come off pretty easily, and they're going to be easy to spot. The hard parts to get at to lift the intake manifold off are going to be, you're going to want to unbolt your throttle body from your intake manifold. Those are going to be 4 Allen bolts. You're going to want to leave your throttle body off to the side and out of your way. And then as you move your intake manifold forward, you're going to have all the way in the back, if you stick your hand in the back, you're going to have a power steering line, which is very hard to see. It's got foil wrapped on it. And that bracket right there was a hidden bolt. That bolt had to come off to get your power steering line unbolted. And another vacuum line was your, right here, was your PVC line, which goes to your back valve cover. Once you have all that off, you can then slide your intake manifold out of the way, and it is still held on by a vacuum line. Very important is you want to keep your intake manifold runners plugged so that no debris can fall into them during this procedure. If anything falls down these intake manifold runners after you've lifted your intake manifold out of your way, you will have engine damage. You don't want to keep any nuts and bolts up in this area here. You want to keep all your tools and your nuts and bolts on your toolbox, because like I said, if anything falls down these intake manifold runners, it will get pulled straight into the engine and you will have engine damage when you start your engine. So it might be a good idea, before you reassemble, take a flashlight and look down the runners. You'll see the back of the valves, and just make sure nothing has fallen down into there. That is going to be the critical part of this job. And then here are your back coils, just like we saw in the front. Very easy to get at. Once you have your intake manifold runner assembly slid out of the way. And I will be changing the intake manifold gasket and the throttle body gasket, which sits here. They are rubber O-rings which seal your intake manifold runner and your throttle body. Thank you very much. I hope this video was helpful, and it should take you maybe a couple hours to accomplish it. And good luck. Thank you for watching.